We're going to be in Phoenix from now on. You don't even have to come back and pack up the house. We'll do all that for you. We'll sell everything.
You told me this before, yeah.
So he's never been back to Maine.
I would hate that so much. I would honestly leave.
I don't like when the weather's too much anything. I want it all neutral all the time.
I want it hot, sticky. I want it 95 and more. That's my running weather there.
Insane. You're a gremlin, Tony.
339.
340, I'm opening it up.
From Bald Eagle Area High School, good afternoon, everybody. Todd Marino with you as we bring you Renda Digital TV coverage of the Homer Center Wildcats in the PIAA Class A quarterfinals. The Wildcats taking on MMI. MMI stands for Miners and Mechanical Institute. They are a prep school. In fact, their team nickname is the Preppers. And they will be playing against the Homer Center Wildcats today. We'll break it down for you, tell you who's who does what, as we get this one going. A conversation with the head coach of the Wildcats coming up, Scott Bauer, in just a moment or so. And we'll tell you about the pitching matchups, set your lineups for you. We'll soon be playing quarterfinal PIAA baseball right here from Bald Eagle and right here on Renda Digital TV. Our presenting sponsors this afternoon, Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club, founded in 1958 and 68 years later, still the primary recreational arm of the Homer Center School District. And Robindale, proud to help present today's playoff game. Robindale is hiring, and if you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, contact them at 814-446-6700 extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com. It is Homer Center Wildcat Playoff Baseball here on Renda Digital TV.
Since 1958, the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club has been the heart of youth sports in the greater Homer Center School District. From spring to summer, the Booster Sports Complex is alive, with kids learning the great games of baseball and softball, building skills, friendships, and future Wildcats pride. We're proud to be the foundation for varsity excellence. Good luck to the Homer Center Wildcats in the playoffs from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Pass the potato salad.
Get them.
Here's the ketchup. Don't move.
Don't hide from your mosquito problem. Let Mosquito Joe handle it. Mosquito Joe. Outside is fun again.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
Pregame continues here on Renda Digital TV. The Homer Center Wildcats MMI Preppers today on Renda Digital TV. Scott Bauer, coach of the Wildcats. Wild run this season for Homer Center through the baseball season. Has it been what you expected it would be?
Yeah, we have a lot of returners from last year's team that went to the state quarterfinal, and a lot of experience. So, I think at the beginning of the year, we kind of had some expectations that we could have a strong season. Just some things needed to go well for us. We started off, in a positive 4-1, and then in the middle we kind of lost our way a little bit down the stretch. We were kind of able to put it back together, piece it back together. But we just wanted to give ourselves a chance and give ourselves a shot for all our goals, and so far we've been able to do that.
Teams do evolve over the course of a season. I don't know how this team compares to last year's or the year before or some of the other seasons that you've had. But you do notice that about teams, don't you? And it might depend upon the level of experience that they bring into a season, but they change over the course of from game one to game whatever.
Yeah, and again, when we're scouting some schools, like when we scouted Northern Bedford, like they struggled early, and if you look at their roster, they were really young. That's going to be an up-and-coming team, but they put it together down the stretch. So that's a sign of a team that kind of figured it out, learned from experience. Kind of Portage was kind of the same way. They're going to be an up-and-coming team. Towards the end, Larry had those guys playing well. So, you never really you have an expectation, but your goal is to peak at the right time. That's what our coach Kurt Josick tells our boys. When we were struggling kind of in the middle, he's like, just keep grinding and peak at the right time. And I kind of think we're kind of trending in that direction. So let's hope it continues.
How easy or how difficult has it been to get a read on MMI?
It's difficult, I think, when it's teams that you don't see too often. Like we were familiar with Claysburg because we played them last year. They're in our district, right? You can kind of get a snapshot. Because they similar opponents, right? So now as we're scouting, even Northern Bedford, they had some common opponents. We were kind of able to kind of piece together in our mind what that was going to look like. But now that we got this school here, MMI, like we have no common opponents. So it's been challenging. Some schools will video their games, stream through like Renda or like NFHS or through Game Changer, but there's not a lot of video out on them. So we reached out to the Fairfield coach. He's been very gracious, gave us a little bit of scouting report on them, and we took notes. But ultimately right now, Todd, it's preparing our guys and making sure we're ready to play our game.
Yeah, well, that's the interesting thing about it to me is that you can scout a team and they can scout you and you can know everything there is to know about a team. If you catch them on the right day or they catch you on the right day for them, it doesn't matter what you've seen on video before because this is a pitcher gets hot, a batter gets hot. Something seems to click on that particular day and that can turn a game.
Absolutely. That's what I told our boys yesterday at practice. I said, we'll do our homework on them, but ultimately our job as coaches is to prepare you for this next step in our journey. So, we call it win what I need. And, what do you guys need? So we have an idea of what we want to do as coaches, but we're going to see MMI has 3 left-handed pitchers. So we're going to, get the pitching machine out and have it throw left-handed curveballs and, things like that today, just to try to prepare seeing from a different angle because all our coaches are right-handed and I can't throw left-handed. So we're going to do our best to try to prepare them for that. But, maybe a kid needs help with, footwork at a double play or working on their bunt. So right now it's about kind of polishing and just kind of, again, more internal focus on us and trying to make us the best possible team we can be.
One of the great things about watching the Wildcats, when you've been successful this season, is the fact that you get production up and down the lineup. The bottom of the order might not have the greatest, gaudiest batting averages, but those kids know how to get on base, don't they?
Yeah, for sure. I know, if you look at our batting averages, they're not, great. But like you said, we have gotten a lot of production 1 through 9, and sometimes it's just as simple as just getting on base, working a walk, executing a bunt. We were able to execute a bunt on Monday, and we were able to kind of turn that into a fielder's choice single. So, Yeah, we just, at this time, it's all about being unselfish, putting the team first. It's not necessarily about your personal stats. It's team first, and our boys have bought into that, and you can see the results.
Great playoff run last year. I'm sure that experience of last year's team has helped this year's team because a lot of these are the same guys. You have to be pretty happy with the way they have embraced this playoff run.
Yeah, for sure, and that was kind of our message pregame against Northern Bedford. And I told the boys, I said, look, they're a young team. You guys are an experienced team. You've been here. You've been to the state tournament. I said, let that experience take over. I said, you're going to be a little bit of nerves. I said, but once, first pitch, you guys will settle in. I said, but if, we start getting to our game and doing what we know we're capable of doing, that's going to put pressure on them. And maybe the lack of experience may come into play. So I just asked them to kind of just trust themselves. They've been in this spot, in this position before, and I think they did a good job with that.
Coach, thanks. Good luck.
Absolutely. Thank you, Todd.
Scott Bauer, head coach of the Homer Center Wildcats. We get set to bring you this one here on Renda Digital TV.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well from your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Dan in a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Luther Ford has been on Route 119 in Homer City since 1957. Through every chapter of Indiana County, the coal years, the power plant years, and right now, as Homer City writes its next story. This summer, Ford and Luther Ford is saying thank you to Americans like you with employee pricing on most new Fords. You pay what a Ford worker pays. That's thousands off F-150s, Broncos, Explorers, and more. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and shop 24/7 at lutherford.com.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk producers.
A well-maintained field doesn't happen by accident, and neither does a beautiful backyard. At Burdick Landscaping, they know the details matter, from clean edges and healthy lawns to outdoor spaces that stand out all season long. Whether you need mowing, mulch, landscaping design, or complete property maintenance, Burdick Landscaping brings the same level of precision and care you expect from a championship caliber team. Make your yard the talk of the neighborhood with Burdick Landscaping.
Back at Bald Eagle area where the umpire meeting is going on right now with the captains and coaches, and they'll get this one all set to go. Here are your starting lineups for tonight. Homer Center, the visiting team, and the leadoff hitter is, of course, it's a familiar lineup. Braden Rado, the catcher, is batting first, and then Nash Budner pitching this afternoon will hit second. Dom Shimko is the three-hole hitter. He's the shortstop this afternoon, and the cleanup hitter is Eli Turk in right field. Batting fifth is Drew Fisher in left field. Colin Dunn at third base will bat sixth. The number 7 hitter is number 7, Connor DeArmond in center field today. Matt Zerfoss at first base will bat 8th. Chase Schaup, the freshman second baseman, will bat 9th. So it's Rado, Budner, and Shimko, Turk, Fisher, and Dunn, DeArmond, Zerfoss, and Schaup for Homer Center. For the MMI Preppers this afternoon, leadoff hitter is the center fielder Derek Radzwich. Second hitter is the second baseman Gavin Siroc. The pitcher, Caleb Scuba, left-hander, will bat third, and batting cleanup is the shortstop, Ben Dobrock. Dylan Garcia, the third baseman, bats fifth. Number 6 is Ben Gambita, the right fielder. Bryce Radzwich, the first baseman, will hit seventh. The catcher, Jared Santana, batting eighth, and Andrew Pedri, the left fielder, will bat ninth. Derek Radzwich, Sirach Scuba, Dobrik Garcia, Gambita, Bryce Radzwich, Santana, and Pedri. Those are your starting lineups for this afternoon's game as the Wildcats get set to try to make it to the state semifinals. And it's a very exciting time, of course. MMI coming into this game here today. It's an interesting record when you look at what they have done this season. They have lost games this season with scores like in the 18-5 range, 14-5. There's a 14-1 loss, a 17-2 loss, a 13-6 loss. At the same time, there's a loss of 20-17. They've scored a bunch of runs in a number of their games: a 12-6 win, a 15-12 win, 13-1, a 22-9 win. 20-17 was one of their losses. I think I gave that one to you. Their last time out the other day, 13-12 win for MMI. So it's a really interesting record that they bring into this game here this afternoon. And we're set to get this one underway very shortly. Come back. We'll give you the pitching numbers and tell you who the umpires are. That's on the way as you watch PIAA Class A quarterfinal action on Renda Digital TV.
RMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Since 1958, the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club has been the heart of youth sports in the Greater Homer Center School District. From spring to summer, the Booster Sports Complex is alive, with kids learning the great games of baseball and softball, building skills, friendships, and future Wildcats pride. We're proud to be the foundation for varsity excellence. Good luck to the Homer Center Wildcats in the playoffs from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Get your instant quote today at wallbackinsurance.com or call us at 724-479-9378. More choices, more savings, more reasons to choose Wallback.
Back at Bald Eagle area, they are getting set to introduce these teams, and they'll soon be playing baseball here. And it's a beautiful day for baseball, and a lot of folks from Homer Center have made the trip here. It's a grass surface, grass outfield, as you can see on your screen. And we are actually... They have a nice air-conditioned press box right along the first base line, but there's a big mesh net in front of it, so you can't get a good camera shot out of it. And so we decided to come out. We put our van at risk here along the first base line at right field because we needed to keep our equipment cool inside the van. So we sort of improvised here this afternoon to bring this to you. Homer Center lineups being introduced right now. You can check it out as they are. And you see the starting lineup being introduced now. We just gave it to you. Braden Rado, Nash Budner, Dom Shimko, Eli Turk, Drew Fisher, Colin Dunn, Connor DeArmond, Matt Zerfoss, and Chase Schaup, the starters for Homer Center here this afternoon. And Nash Budner on the mound today. Give you some interesting numbers from Nash as well today as we get this one going for you here. His playoff numbers as a pitcher, 1-1 with a 3.60 ERA, 11 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 10 runs, 6 of them earned, and 8 hits. He's walked 14. He struck out 16. And so those are the numbers, the playoff numbers that Nash brings in his 2 appearances, a 1-1 record. On the regular season, Homer Center used a lot of pitchers this season, and Nash had 7 appearances on the mound. He had a 2-1 record with a 2.45 ERA. And so he comes into this fresh because the coach, Scott Bauer, has really narrowed down his rotation to just Dom Shimko and Nash Budner. But he's got all those other fresh arms, the guys that haven't pitched in a while, should he need to call upon guys like Colin Dunn. Eli Turk has thrown a lot of innings for Homer Center this year. In fact, I think Turk has started more games this season than anybody else on the mound for Homer Center. Now, the other way let me turn my sheet here. For MMI, their starting pitcher is a senior left-hander. Caleb Scuba is his name. Scuba comes into this baseball game today, and I know that it's kind of chancy to trust the numbers that you read on several of the stat sites, but from what we can see, a 1-loss record of just 1-0, a 10.25 ERA in 9 appearances for Scuba. And looking at some of the numbers that they put up this season, they have had some pitching problems. According to their AD, I spent a lot of time with this afternoon, he was saying that a lot of that had to do with the fact that they were playing 3 games a week back to back to back and things of that nature because of the bad weather there, dealing with it the same way that we do. But for Scuba, 28 innings pitched, 53 runs, 41 of them earned. He has walked 40 and struck out 26. He's thrown 9 wild pitches, and he's hit 9 batters on the season. So not the best of numbers. He's hoping for a better outcome here this afternoon for him and for his team as we get set to bring you this baseball game here this afternoon from Bald Eagle area. And so the lineup being introduced now for MMI, Derek Radzwitz, Gavin Sirach, Caleb Scuba, Ben Dobrock, Dylan Garcia, Ben Gambita, Bryce Radzwitz, Jared Santana, and Andrew Pedri. Umpires this afternoon, they come out of the Northeast. Home plate will be Mike Zimmerman. At first base is Robert Lynn. The second base umpire is Eric Steinbacher. And at third base is Terry Bastian. A pitch counter today is Jerry Zolars. We talked about some of those numbers for Homer Center on the season. The Wildcats averaging 9.6 runs per game and giving up 3.79 runs per game. So they basically outscored their opponents by 6 runs a game. For MMI, they're averaging 6.85 runs per game, but giving up 10.79 runs per game as our national anthem is played here from Bald Eagle. There is your national anthem today from Bald Eagle. Interesting that there's a softball game that started about an hour ago on the field adjacent to here, another PIAA game, and everybody here who was warming up stopped and stood at attention when that national anthem was played. And during this, they stopped the softball game, and everybody stood at attention for that. And so nicely done by all of the fans here attending these 2 games this afternoon. All right, let's set the defense for you for MMI as we get set for this first inning. Scuba, the pitcher, and Santana, the catcher. From third to first, it's Dylan Garcia, Ben Drobnock. Drobnock is the shortstop. Sirach is the second baseman, and Bryce Radzwitz at first. Andrew Pedri in left field, Derek Radzwitz in center, and Ben Gambetta is your right fielder. Homer Center getting set to get a rolling here this afternoon. Rado, Budner, and Shimko, scheduled hitters, as they complete the warm-ups here this afternoon. We'll have to be on our alert here because we're right in the overthrow zone to first base. And there will probably, with the lefty going, probably be quite a few foul balls headed in our direction too. So comprehensive insurance cover all of that, I hope. Just about ready to go here this afternoon from Bald Eagle. Thanks for joining us here today. And we want to, of course, thank all of our wonderful sponsors who have helped to make this happen here today. Winner of this one will take on the winner between Doc Mennonite, which is a really good team, and Nativity BVM. They are playing at Easton High School this afternoon at about this same time. Of course, you win through on that semifinal game, and you're playing at Penn State for the state championship. Jim McLaughlin volunteering to get out of the way. You're already in the way. Completing the warm-ups here. And set to go. Trying to find my best position to be out of the way of the camera here. There's the throw down. Here comes Braden Rado to the plate for Homer Center. In these playoffs, since the postseason started, Braden Rado batting .417. 5 for 12, scored 7 runs. He's driven in 7. He's walked 4 times, been hit by pitches twice, and a couple of strikeouts as well. He steps in against Caleb Scuba. And the first pitch of our ball game, he'll take for a strike. Scuba's not a particularly hard thrower from watching him in warm-ups. The 0-1 is up high. A ball 1-1. Just underway, leadoff hitter for the Wildcats here this afternoon. The 1-1. Fouled right back to me. And that's going to be a theme here this afternoon. A ball and 2 strikes now on the leadoff hitter, Braden Rado. The 1-2 pitch from Scuba. And the count evens up at 2-2. Rado on the regular season batted .400. Six doubles and a triple. 2-2, and that's a line drive base hit into center field. And the Wildcat leadoff hitter is on. Rado head down, right on that ball. Nash Budner will come to the plate. We'll see if Coach Scott Bauer wants him to try to bunt him over. He'll step out, reread the signals. Now he's in. Rado off first. The lefty stares at him. That might keep the runners a little bit closer to the bag this afternoon. And here's the pitch. Up high. One 1-0 on Budner. Nash back in there. Squares around, lays down the bunt. Scuba chases after it, bobbles, and he's going to make it. And scooting over to third base. Braden Rado very, very attentive there to the fact that there was no one covering third. And so Budner gets the sacrifice, reaches on the error. And Rado all the way to third. No one, should have been the shortstop's cover there at third base, and no one got over. Nobody out. First and third for Homer Center. Shimko steps in. The pitch from Scuba is a ball. Or Jim McLaughlin said to the first base umpire, you're not used to these umpires. You don't know who they are. Was that a ball? Because couldn't really tell. Get used to that style. 1-0 to Shimko. Budner breaks and then gets right back on the bluff. It's 2-0. Nobody out. Runners on the corners for Homer Center. Top of the first inning. 2 balls, no strikes. The stretch by Scuba, glancing over at first a couple of times. Now the pitch. Shimko takes it inside for ball 3. Dom on the season. Batting .417 in the playoffs. 5 hits, he's got 4 RBIs. A 3-0 count, he's taking all the way, and he'll take a strike. Three and one, nobody on, or rather nobody out. 2 on for Homer Center. Runners on the corners. And there's ball 4. Now Budner was running. He'll make it to second base on the walk. And now the bases are loaded for Eli Turk. Still nobody out here in the first. Turk batting .358 in the postseason. 14 at-bats. He's got 5 hits, 5 runs driven in. Bases loaded, nobody out. Scuba, some first inning trouble. That is a strike to Eli. Eli hit .354 in the regular season. There's the 0-1. That's high for a ball. It's 1-1. He drove in 18 runs. The 1-1 is down low. 2 balls and a strike. Nowhere to put them. The bases are loaded. Nobody out. Here in the top of the first inning, Homer Center with a hit, an error, and a walk loading up these bases. That's inside. And it is 3-1 now. I believe it's 3-1. Scoreboard says 2. There now they updated it. It is 3-1. Here's the payoff. That's ball 4. And so MMI walks in the first run of the game. The RBI for Turk. Rado trots home. Budner to third. Shimko to second. Base is still loaded. Still nobody out. Conference at the mound between the pitcher Scuba and the catcher Santana. As Drew Fisher steps to the plate. 143 in postseason play. 2 hits in 14 at-bats. He has driven in a run. On the regular season, Drew hit .296 and drove in 22 runs. He's got the bases loaded, nobody out, and Homer Center already ahead 1-0. Scuba with the pitch. Fisher takes inside for a ball. You got to make him throw strikes here. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. They do not have a radar gun here, so we can't tell how hard he's throwing, but it's certainly not in the 83, 84 mile an hour range that we'll see from Nash Budner. Up high. 2 balls and a strike on Fisher. Inning started with a solid base hit by Rado. The sacrifice bunt by Budner reached on the error. A couple of walks, and it's 1-0 Wildcats. Scuba's pitch. That's ball 3. So first inning troubles here for MMI. Fisher awaits a 3-1 and takes ball 4 down low. They've walked in 2, and that is the third walk of the inning by Caleb Scuba. And you know the drill. Everybody moves up again. Now out to the mound comes the head coach, Karchner. For MMI. Talk to his pitcher, get a feel for whether or not he needs to make a change. Charlie Karchner, their head coach. On the season, MMI comes in at 9-13. Homer Center at 14-10. Mike Zimmerman, the home plate umpire, is going to go and break up the conference. They have nobody warming up anywhere. And so 2 runs in the inning on a couple of bases loaded walks. Colin Dunn steps in for Homer Center. Good hitter, bat .273 in the postseason with 2 runs driven in, 3 hits in 11 at-bats. Homer Center's Dom Shimko. The other runners move up as well. So a run on a wild pitch there. Bad break for MMI. It bounced off the shin guard of the catcher Santana back out onto the field. 3-0 Homer Center. Up high, ball 2 to Colin Dunn. Colin this season hit .254, 5 doubles and a triple. He drove in 11 runs. Takes another ball, 2-0, 3-0 I should say. And MMI threatening to load the bases up again. He'll soft toss one in there for the strike. 3-1 on Dunn. 3 consecutive walks. Now Dunn swings at this one, lines it into left field. That's a base hit. Gets away from the left fielder. 1 run will score. They had held for Colin Dunn. He'll probably only get credit for the 1 RBI though, because they had held up Drew Fisher at third base before the left fielder bobbled the ball and lost it. But Homer Center now up 5-0 here for still nobody out. As Connor DeArmond steps in. Scuba delivers in the dirt, gets away, and Dunn will stay home. 1-0. So a couple of hits in the inning, 5 runs for a Homer Center, a couple of errors on MMI. Scuba's pitch. Up high, and it's 2-0. Timeout. Karchner out again. The head coach of MMI. 5 runs in the inning. Has he come to get his pitcher is the question. Nobody out. The number 7 hitter, Connor DeArmond, to the plate. They are going to make a pitching change. Scuba will come out of the lineup. We will take a timeout. 5-0, a pitching change on the field right now. You are watching PIAA Class A quarterfinal action on Renda Digital TV.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Luther Ford has been on Route 119 in Homer City since 1957. Through every chapter of Indiana County, the coal years, the power plant years, and right now, as Homer City writes its next story. This summer, Ford and Luther Ford is saying thank you to Americans like you with employee pricing on most new Fords. You pay what a Ford worker pays. That's thousands off F-150s, Broncos, Explorers, and more. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and shop 24/7 at lutherford.com.
IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is urgent care next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort and Conference Center, open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. for the treatment of minor illnesses and minor injuries. They can help you out. And many, many other services offered, including several specialists. IRMC dermatology is there. And there's a pediatric office, a lot of different services that are offered there. The lab, fully operational as well. Do check it out. IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort and Conference Center, right there along Old Route 22. Pitching change in the game for MMI. They will switch their pitcher with their first baseman. So Bryce Radzwich moves over from first base. He'll take over on the mound. He's a right-hander. Caleb Scuba will leave the game. Or not leave the game. He'll leave the mound. He'll go over and play first base. Homer Center leading it 5-0 as Radzwich comes on. Still nobody out. Connor DeArmond ahead in the count 2-0 as he steps in with Colin Dunn on first base. 2 balls, no strikes. Radzwich, the pitcher, and hit him on the hand. So DeArmond is hit by the pitch. Dunn will move down to second base. DeArmond to first as Matt Zerfoss comes to the plate. Runners on first and second, nobody out. 5 runs in here in the top of this first inning. Zerfoss batting 182 in the postseason. And he takes a ball. Second pitch from Radzwich. Going to make him throw strikes. It's 2-0. Dunn on second base. He singled. DeArmond was hit by a pitch. He's on first. The 2-0 is ball 3. Inning started with a single by Rado. The sacrifice bunt by Budner reached on the error. 3 straight walks, a base hit, and a hit by pitch. It's 5-0 Homer Center and a 3-0 pitch on the way to Zerfoss. They're going to call that a strike. And it's 3-1. Wind kicks in. It is blowing out. The 3-1 is in there for strike 2. So a payoff pitch on the way here to Zerfoss. It's outside ball 4. Bases are loaded again. 9th hitter of the inning is the freshman Chase Schaup. Shape's had a good postseason. He's hitting .333. 2 for 6. He's scored 5 times. He's driven in a run. He's walked 6 times and been hit by a pitch twice. And he'll take up high for a ball. Four walks, a hit by pitch, reach on an error, and a couple of hits. And that's a strike. It's 1-1 to Schaup. Chase in there again. The pitch from Radzwich, swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Talking to the folks from MMI, said it took them about 90 minutes to get here today. So a shorter drive than Homer Center had. They are a district champion. That's a ball. Count evens up on Chase Schaup with the bases loaded and nobody out. 5 runs in the inning for Homer Center. Radzwich, the pitch. Chase will pop this one up and looks like it'll get out of play. It's a nice, oh man, that's a drop ball there. It is a nice wide area there between the baseline and the fence. So there's a lot of room in foul territory, but the third baseman Garcia dropped that ball inadvertently. Up high, the count goes full once more. On Schaup, there have been 4 walks in this inning and a hit batsman. Nobody out, bases loaded. Schaup awaits the pitch. In the dirt. That'll walk in another run. 6-0 Homer Center. Still nobody out as Braden Rado steps to the plate for his second at-bat of the game. Braden singled sharply to center field to begin this game. Came around to score. Radzwich. And Braden will take a strike. Bases loaded, nobody out. 6 runs in here in the top of the first inning. And Braden is hit by a pitch again. His second time on base here in what has become a nightmare first inning. For MMI. Nash Budner put down the sacrifice bunt, reached on the error earlier in this inning. Nobody out, bases remain full. Radzwich in the dirt. Again, off the shin guard of the catcher. It's the second time that's happened here in the first inning. Seven to nothing Wildcats here in the first and nobody out. He swings and lines this one into left field. That'll get one home, and they will hold the runner, Schaup, at third base. A line drive base hit by Nash Budner. Scores yet another for Homer Center, and it's 8-0 in the first. Dom Shimko walked and scored earlier in this first inning. 8-0 Homer Center. And the Wildcats will, Budner is the starting pitcher, so they'll get probably Jaden Scherer out there. Yeah, Jaden Scherer, the senior, is going to run for Nash, get him out of the sun. Dom Shimko. You know, we can give you the numbers all over again. It's been a tremendous postseason for Dom. Great win over Juniata Valley on the mound. Batting .417 at the plate in this postseason, up high for a ball. We said that this team, MMI, gives up a lot of runs. Sometimes they score a lot of runs. Sometimes they just don't have it. So they've been a mystery. 1-0. There's a strike to Dom. A ball and a strike. 4 hits in the inning for Homer Center. All of them singles. There's a strike on Dom. It's interesting they have 4 hits and I only have 3 on my sheet. That's in the dirt for a ball. So the question, I guess, is who did they give a hit that I gave an error? And didn't seem to be a whole lot of options there. Radzwich with a 2-2 pitch to Shimko. Dom, another line drive base hit to left. Another run comes home. Station to station for the Wildcats. They brought their bats. They brought their eyes with them here today, too. Shimko reaches base for the second time. Schaup scores. Rado to third. Budner to second. Actually, Scherer, pinch running. Nobody out. 9 runs in the first. Up and in to Eli Turk, who walked to drive in a run and scored earlier in this inning. Nobody out. Batter number 13 of the game. Down low for a ball. 2-0 on Eli. He awaits the pitch from Renda, and that hit him. That is the third batter to be hit by a pitch in this first inning. Bases loaded for the Wildcats again for Drew Fisher. Walked to drive in a run and scored earlier in this inning. It is 10-0 in the top of the first, and there are no outs. That one, and ducking out of the way is Fisher. 1-0. So, MMI has still not been to the plate in this game. One and 0 to Drew. That one is up high and all the way to the backstop. It'll bounce off of there. And for a moment, the pitcher Radzwich didn't cover home plate as the catcher chased it down. But everybody stays put. You can do that when it's 10-0. Fisher waits. Fouls this one off. And it's 2-1. You put up a 10-run first inning, it sort of takes the air out of everybody. But the Wildcats have been teeing off in this first. Way high. Count goes to 3-1 on Drew. Nash Budner is warming up again in the bullpen. It's been that long since he's thrown a baseball. 3-1 fouled off. Count full again. Ten to nothing Wildcats. Nobody out. Bases loaded. Top of the first inning. Payoff pitch. Popped up. This should be the first out of the inning. Second baseman will call it. And Gavin Sirock gets the first out of the inning. 15th batter of the inning is Colin Dunn. Singled, drove in a run, and scored earlier in this inning. 1 out, bases loaded. And again, a hit batsman will drive in another run. $11-0. Well, I guess it's appropriate IRMC at Chestnut Ridge is one of the sponsors here because Urgicare, with all these batters getting hit, might need an x-ray or two before we get out of here this afternoon. There's another one. Connor DeArmond is hit for the second time. Wow. And it drives in yet another run. 12-0. And back out comes Karchner, the coach. And does he make another change? 1 out, 12 runs in the game for Homer Center here in the first inning. As he discusses things, he's going to make the call to right field. We have another pitching change. We take the timeout. 12-0 Wildcats on Renda Digital TV.
Since 1958, the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club has been the heart of youth sports in the Greater Homer Center School District. From spring to summer, the Booster Sports Complex is alive, with kids learning the great games of baseball and softball, building skills, friendships, and future Wildcats pride. We're proud to be the foundation for varsity excellence. Good luck to the Homer Center Wildcats in the playoffs from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
IRMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Looking for the perfect paint to bring your space to life? Come on down to Tiger Paint and Wall Covering in Indiana. With expert advice and top quality Benjamin Moore paints and finishes, Tiger Paint and Wall Covering has the colors and supplies you need for every room inside or out. Tackling a DIY project or a full makeover, the Tiger Paint and Wall Covering has the right hues and tools you need. 724-349-0944. Get to Tiger Paint and Wall Covering, 1275 Gompers, Indiana. Start your project with the best.
Homer City Methodist Church and the Methodist Church of Blacklick are proud to cheer on our young athletes. Our churches are committed to helping everyone find success in life through faith, community, and giving. Sunday services in Homer City start at 9:30 and 11 in Blacklick. Our churches are also involved in outreach ministries by collecting new shoes to help people in developing countries start businesses of their own. Stop by, drop off shoes, and hear the message that changes lives. The Homer City Methodist Church and the Methodist Church of Blacklick, growing together, giving together, and making a difference.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk producers.
We are back at Bald Eagle area in the most confounding first inning you've ever seen. Homer Center leads it by a score of 12-0, 1 out, bases loaded. This inning has featured, for the Wildcats, on the board they have 5 hits. I'm checking my total. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. But that's not the overriding issue here. The pitchers for MMI have walked 5. They've walked 5 batters. They have hit 5 batters. Believe it or not, there's only been 1 wild pitch. They have committed 2 errors, 3 errors in this game. And they're not out of this misery just yet. It is 12-0. If you're wondering, we checked, and even the Homer Center coaches weren't sure. But the 15-run mercy rule does kick in after 3 innings in postseason play. Well, it's 12-0 here in the first. There's still only 1 out as Matt Zerfoss steps to the plate for the second time in the inning. Takes a ball down low from the new pitcher, Ben Gambita, who started the game in right field. Gavin Sirock, the second baseman, moves out to right. That is a strike. And Dylan Garcia moves from third to first. They have a new third baseman over there. Or no, they don't. Don't have all the changes just yet. There is a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Zerfoss. And this is a grounder towards short. Fielded there. And no throw! No throw. He had fielders at each of the bags, but couldn't decide. He wanted to go to third base. But Drobnak had no place to go, and he just kept the ball. It'll go as an infield single that scores the 13th run of the inning. And the 18th batter of this first inning comes to the plate for Homer Center. It's Chase Schaup, who reached on a walk, drove in a run, and scored a run. 13-0 Homer Center. That's a strike to Chase. Now this kid, Gambita, is a lefty. He's got some smoke up high. 2-2 on Schaup. 1 away, bases loaded. The pitch. Schaup. High fly ball center field. Taken in there. Runners will hold. So Derek Radzvich in center. There are 2 away. For the 3rd time in this first inning, Braden Rado will step to the plate. Singled, hit by a pitch, he scored a couple of runs. He's got the bases loaded with 2 outs, 13-0 Homer Center. Garcia is the second baseman now for MMI. A ball and no strikes on Braden Rado. 2-0. Unbelievable first inning. Wildcats going to have infield after this just to get back in the mood. 3-0 now with the bases loaded to Rado. Now the pitch, ball 4. Braden Rado drives in a run with a walk. 14-0. Butner will step to the plate. 1 for 1, a sacrifice bunt reached on an error and scored, an RBI single and scored. Takes a ball here, it's 1-0. "14 runs in this inning. The only thing I can figure is that on Butner's sacrifice bunt, they gave him a hit because they have one more hit on their sheet than I have, and that's really the only one it could be. So I'll take that sacrifice off, put Nash in there. Now, Zimmerman, the home plate umpire, coming over and saying something to the MMI dugout. I don't know if that was disciplinary or what. 2 balls, no strikes here on Butner. Bases loaded, 2 outs. That is a strike. Taking all the way, actually stepped out. 2 outs, bases loaded. First inning. Ball 3. It is 3-1 on Butner. Three and 1, 2 outs, bases loaded for Homer Center. 14 runs in here in the first. Nash takes ball 4. Run number 15 comes home. Dom Shimko 1 for 1, a walk, a single. He scored twice, driven in a run. Scherer back out there to run for Budner. 15-0 Homer Center. Wildcats are looking extra strong here for a run to the semifinals, the Final Four in the state. There's a strike to Shimko. Ben Gambita is the third pitcher of this first inning for MMI. That, I guess, is a ball. He did make a hand signal there. It's 1-1. Boy, you have to feel for these MMI kids. This has to be really tough on them. There's a line drive, base hit to left. And 2 runs will come in and score as Rado crosses. It's 17-0. Zerfos comes home. Rado comes home. Shimko with 3 RBIs in this inning. Eli Turk, a walk and a hit by pitch in this game. 17-0, up high for a ball. Runners on first and second. I'd like to summarize this for you, but you wouldn't believe it. Two 2-0 now on Eli. Outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Fisher waits on deck. Ben Gambita. There's the pitch. Bounced it up there. That is ball 4. The bases are loaded once more. So Turk with a couple of walks, hit by a pitch in this game. Drew Fisher steps to the plate. Walked to drive in a run, later scored on an error, and popped up to second base. He'll take a strike here. 2 outs, the bases loaded. 17 runs in this inning. For Homer Center, they lead at 17-0. One and one. Gambita the pitch. That's a ball. It is 2 balls and a strike. Homer Center has not been under the field yet. Fisher. Line drive, left field. That will finally retire the side. Homer Center on 6 hits, 17 runs in the top of the first inning. They lead at 17-0. You're watching PIAA Class A quarterfinal action. There you go on Renda Digital TV.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Luther Ford has been on Route 119 in Homer City since 1957. Through every chapter of Indiana County, the coal years, the power plant years, and right now, as Homer City writes its next story. This summer, Ford and Luther Ford is saying thank you to Americans like you with employee pricing on most new Fords. You pay what a Ford worker pays. That's thousands off F-150s, Broncos, Explorers, and more. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and shop 24/7 at lutherford.com.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
Tell you once more about IRMC at Chestnut Ridge. Urgent Care next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort and Conference Center, open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Lab fully operational. Diagnostics, you need an x-ray taken of that sprained ankle, they'll take care of you. You need a stitch in that cut finger, yeah, they'll take care of that too. You need a physical for work or for school, they've got you covered. Many, many different services offered at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge, next to the Chestnut Ridge Golf Resort and Conference Center along Old Route 22. It is the bottom of the first inning. Homer Center with 17 runs on 6 hits in the top of the first, and it's been a while since they've been out there. Let's set your defense for you. And Nash Budner on the mound to face Derek Radzwich, Gavin Sirock, and Caleb Scuba. And there's a strike to Radzwich. The leadoff hitter. And home plate umpire again with an issue with the MMI dugout. And I think it was with the on-deck circle, maybe the donut was left out. No balls and a strike on Radzwich, left-handed hitter. Check swing, strike 2. Radzwich batting .200 on the season. He'll take a ball 1 and 2. 8 for 40. 9 runs driven in. Those 8 hits, all singles. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Couldn't pull the trigger all the way. It's 1 away. For Homer Center, here you go. Third to first, Colin Dunn at third. Dom Shimko is your shortstop. Chase Schaup is at second base, and Eli Turk at first. Or Matt Zerfos, I should say, at first. There's a strike to Gavin Sirock. Left fielders Drew Fisher, Connor DeArmond in right, or in center, I should say. Gosh, I'll get this right. Eli Turk is in right field. A ball and a strike now to Sirock, the second baseman when this game started. He's not in second now, he's out in right field. Your battery, Braden Rado, the catcher, Nash Budner, the pitcher. There is a liner down the left field line and foul. Got some good aluminum on that. Sirock did. A .341 batting average on the season. 15 for 44. 8 RBIs. All of his hits have been singles. Inside, he'll back out of the way of that one. 1 and 2 on Sirock, 1 away here. Homer Center leading 17-0 in the bottom of the first inning. That's a strike. And 2 away. So Budner starts with a couple of Ks. Nash generally will throw his heater in the 80 to 84 mile an hour range. Sits comfortably at 82, 83. Caleb Scuba steps in. He was the starting pitcher in this game this afternoon for MMI. He'll take a fastball for a strike. Scuba at 327. 16 for 49. Fouls this one off. 0 and 2 on him, 2 outs. 5 doubles, 3 triples, a homer for him, and 23 runs driven in. Two outs, nobody on. Off speed, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Scuba now at first base for MMI. Budner, the pitch. Down low, it's 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nash always out of the stretch. That is a ball. The count goes full. Scuba back in there. Payoff pitch on the way from Budner. Grounded. Up the middle and through into center field. A base hit for Scuba. Excuse me. Ben Dobrock steps in. Shortstop. Runner on first and 2 away. 196 on the season. 11 hits, triple and a homer among them. Budner outside for ball 1. This one's fouled away down the right side and out of play. That'll make it onto the driveway over there. The other game is Montrose playing Chartiers Houston. And Chartiers Houston with a 13-1 lead in that game in the 6th inning. Up high. 2 balls and a strike on Dobrock. Runner on first and 2 outs. 3-1. You have to wonder after that long first inning. I didn't time it, but my goodness. Homer Center hasn't had the gloves and the arms going here for a long time. That's ball 4. First and second for Dylan Garcia, who's now playing second base. Started the game at third. 279 with 10 runs driven in. He's got runners on first and second with 2 outs. Started with a couple of strikeouts in this inning. The base hit by Scuba, the walk to Dobrock. That's low for a ball.
Hey, no one's covering you. No one's covering you. You're good, more. You're good.
The 1-0. Up high. 2 balls, no strikes.
Hey, no one's covering. No one's covering. 2 outs, cracking the bat. You're good, more.
The 2-0 is in there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike on Garcia.
More. You're good.
There's the pitch, swing and a miss. Count evens at 2. 2 outs, 2 on, a 2-2 count. Bottom of the first. Up high, count is full again. Gambita awaits on deck. Nash turns towards second, chase the runner back. Another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Struck out the side, had a little trouble in between. Wildcats head to the top of the second, leading at 17-0. PIAA Class A quarterfinal action on Renda Digital TV.
RMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Tom Budner's Heating and Cooling would like to congratulate Nash Budner and the Homer Center baseball team on an outstanding season and wishes the team success in today's game. Dedication, desire, persistence, and teamwork are qualities that make for a successful sports team and also for a successful business like Tom Budner's Heating and Cooling, the area's premier air ease dealer. Wishing Nash and the Homer Center baseball team success from Pap and everyone at Budner's Heating and Cooling.
As a vet and as a pet parent, it's really important to kind of keep the parasites down. Ticks and fleas cause so many issues. They spread Lyme disease, which is a really big deal and debilitating disease. Keeping ticks away is a huge, huge, huge benefit because sometimes it's really hard to know that your pet has been bitten by a tick. Mosquito Joe has made that amazing. It truly is good to be outside again.
At Mosquito Joe, we treat the source of the problem to make outside fun again.
Top of the second inning, and Homer Center leads it 17-0. The Wildcats in the first inning sent 23 batters to the plate. Amazing. Colin Dunn, Connor DeArmond, Matt Zerfoss, the scheduled hitters, to face Ben Gambita. Dunn singled and drove in a run, hit by a pitch. He has scored 2 runs in this game. He takes a ball, and there's ball 2. Two and 0, and the pitch to Dunn is ball 3. Dunn will be taking here. That's ball low. Leadoff hitter on again, so Colin has gone on with a hit. He's been hit by a pitch. He has walked. Connor DeArmond has been on base both of his times at the plate. He's been hit by a pitch both times and scored runs both times. And he skips out of the way of that one, which was down at his feet, and Dunn will move down to second base on the wild pitch. So, into scoring position again for the Wildcats. DeArmond awaits. There's a ground ball toward third. That is outside the line. My goodness, that was close. Would have been extra bases for Connor DeArmond. Count even at 1-1. Dunn off second base. There's a ground ball. Second baseman Garcia will field. Over to Scuba. Dunn moves down to third. Zerfoss will step in. Matt on base twice, scored twice. He walked and he singled. Runner on third and one away. The lefty Gambita look over at third, and now the pitch. Down low for a ball. Wildcats, 5 walks, 5 hit by pitches in that first inning. Another walk here in the second, and it's 2-0 now on Zerfoss. The pitch. Ball 3. A 3-0 on the way to Matt. The walk. Chartiers Houston has won their softball game over Montrose 13-1. They will move on. That game just ending on the field adjacent to this one. Chase Schaup to the plate for Homer Center. Walked to drive in a run, later scored in the first, and a fly out to center field. 1 out and runners on first and third as he takes a strike. 17-0 Homer Center. Top of the second inning. Umpire saying something to Gambita, the pitcher. Watching the eyes, I guess, for a balk. There's a strike to Schaup. No balls, 2 strikes on the Homer Center second baseman. Back in there, the freshman awaits the pitch. That's a ball. It's 1-2. Inning started with a walk to Dunn. Advanced to second on the wild pitch. The walk to Zerfoss after the grounder put Dunn at third. So runners on first and third, 1 out. Schaup takes low, 2-2. Gambita, a look over to first and the pitch. Outside, count goes full. Braden Rado waiting on deck. In the dirt, ball 4. Bases are loaded. Braden steps in. In the first inning, he singled, was hit by a pitch and walked. He's got the bases loaded and 1 away. Here in the second. Down low, skips out of the way. 1-0. One out in the inning. Homer Center leading at 17-0. If you're reading that on your score and you're saying, what? That's true. 2-0. Gambita, this place is as quiet as a golf course. That's in there for a strike. It's 2-1. A 2-1 pitch. Grounded sharply. That is into left field. A base hit. Bobbled out there by the left fielder, but Pedri was able to get his hands on it. Get the ball in. RBI single for Rado as his second hit of the game. Nash will come to the plate. Nash is 2 for 2 and has reached on a walk. He's driven in 2. He's scored 2. He laid down a sacrifice bunt in the first, and they evidently awarded a hit to him on that, even though the pitcher bobbled the ball. And they ruled that he was going to beat it out. There's a strike, 1-1. So he's 2 for 2. Bases are loaded. 1 out here in the second. Strike 2. 18-0 Wildcats. The stretch and the pitch. Hard shot. Oh, speared by the third baseman. What a great play that was. By Jared Santana. Started the game at catcher. And almost doubled off Matt Zerfoss. What a great shot that was. The line drive out to third. 2 away, bases still full. Heads up there by Matt to get back into the bag. Great play by Santana as well. Now the pitch to Dom Shimko, who is 2 for 2 with a walk, 2 runs scored, 3 ribbies. By the way, Bryce Radzwich is the catcher now for MMI. That's a strike. Bryce started the game at first base and then pitched, and now he's catching. 1-1 on Shimko, 2 outs. Bases loaded. That's a strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Dom. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, that looks like it's in the gap and will get down, and it does. This is going to clear the bases as Shimko heads for second. 3 runs will come in. It's a 3-run double for Dom Shimko. And Homer Center's lead is now 21-0. And 6 runs driven in by Dom in this game. Eli Turk will step in. Shimko on second with 2 away. Turk walked twice, was hit by a pitch. He scored twice. He's driven in a run with a walk. A ball and no strikes to Eli. It's 2-0. 17 runs in the first inning for Homer Center, 4 so far here in the second. 3 balls and no strikes to Eli Turk. Fisher waits on deck. The pitch by Gambita. That's a strike. It's 3-1. The stretch in the pitch. And that is ball 4. Runners on first and second. 3rd time that Eli Turk has walked. Drew Fisher 0 for 2, a pump up to second, a fly out to left, also a walk, a run, and an RBI. First and second, 2 down. Drew takes a strike from the lefty Gambita. 3rd pitcher of the afternoon for MMI. Here's the pitch. Grounded toward short. Fielded there. Over to first, and he got him. Drop knock to Scuba. That'll end the top of the second inning. Homer Center leading at 21-0. PIAA Class A quarterfinal action on Renda Digital TV.
Since 1958, the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club has been the heart of youth sports in the greater Homer Center School District. From spring to summer, the Booster Sports Complex is alive, with kids learning the great games of baseball and softball, building skills, friendships, and future Wildcats pride. We're proud to be the foundation for varsity excellence. Good luck to the Homer Center Wildcats in the playoffs from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk producers.
We're back at Bald Eagle area where we get set for the bottom half of the second inning with Homer Center leading MMI by a score of 21-0. And again, the 3-run mercy rule, or I should say 15-run mercy rule, does kick in after 3 innings. And so Nash Budner here in the second is set to face the 6, 7, 8 hitters. He struck out the side with a single and a walk mixed in that first inning. Ben Gambita, the pitcher, started in right field in this game, but he's on the mound now. He will lead it off, the lefty, against Budner here in the second. 21-0 Homer Center. And Nash's first pitch is a called strike. The 0-1 is inside for a ball. Gambita on the season batting .298. 3 doubles, 2 triples, and a homer. He's driven in 16. And he'll pop this one foul out of play. Interesting setup on the field here. You can see it watching on Renda Digital TV today. This pitch is a called strike 3. 4 outs recorded by Homer Center and all 4 by strikeout. They've got no stands but a whole bunch of folks along the right field line. They've got stands along the third baseline that are up over an embankment. People watching there. This pitch low for Bryce Radzwich. Now playing catcher. He's played first and pitcher in this game as well. And a 1-0 pitch. 1-1. Check swing went through. It's a ball and 2 strikes. 1 out. Called strike 3. 5 outs recorded, all by strikeout, 3 of them called. Jared Santana started at catcher, now playing third base. Made a great defensive play in the top of this inning. Batting .138 on the year with 2 runs driven in. Steps in against Nash. Takes a ball. First inning, Nash struck out the first 2 batters, gave up a hit to Scuba and a walk to Dobrock, then struck out Garcia. Swing and a miss here, it's 1-1. Here in the second, he has struck out Gambita and Bryce Radzwich, both of them looking. 1-1 here to Santana. Got a piece of it, a ball and 2 strikes. So they've not put a ball into the field of play yet besides the single by Scuba. The 1-2. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes on the sophomore, Santana. Swing and a miss. He got a piece of it, but Rado holds on. The strikeout, 6 outs recorded, all by strikeout. We've played 2. It's Homer Center 21, MMI nothing. PIAA Class A quarterfinal action on Renda Digital TV.
And a van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Back at Bald Eagle area, where we get set for the 3rd inning with Homer Center leading MMI 21-0. I'd like to thank our co-presenting sponsors today, Robindale. Proud to help present today's playoff game. Robindale is hiring. If you'd like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com. And the Homer City Area Athletic Boosters. The Booster Club, founded in 1958 and 68 years later, still the primary recreational arm of the Homer Center School District. Jaden Scher's going to get in at bat here in the third. He will hit for Colin Dunn. The senior for the Wildcats. A ball and no strike from Gambita. And it's 1-1. Two balls and a strike. On Scherer. High fly ball right field, coming on hard and making the catch is Gavin Siroc, one away. First time they've gotten the leadoff hitter in this game. Our third inning brought to you by IRMC, Better Health, Better Life. Learn more at irmc.org. Pitch hitting here for Connor DeArmond for the Wildcats. Landon Schaup takes the strike, swings and misses at strike two. The senior. No balls, two strikes. Pops this one up. The shortstop, Dombrock, will make the catch. Drop knock, I should say. Two outs. Third straight pinch hitter. Jackson Taylor will step in. Oh, that one hurt. He ducked out fast, but not fast enough. So Taylor will be hit by a pitch. And trot on down to first base. And Cam Ringler will get in at bat. Saw Cam got a start earlier this season against West Chinook, and he gave one of those balls a real ride. He bats for Chase Schaup. Runner on first and two outs. And the pitch is fouled away. Cam awaits. And the pitch. No balls, two strikes. He's fouled a couple straight back. Cam Ringler. Runner on first and two away here in the top of the third inning. An 0-2 pitch on the way from Gambita. Down low for a ball. One and two. Gambita's pitch. Called strike three. And that'll end the top of the third. Homer Center leads it 21-0 on Renda Digital TV.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Tom Budner's Heating and Cooling would like to congratulate Nash Budner and the Homer Center baseball team on an outstanding season and wishes the team success in today's game. Dedication, desire, persistence, and teamwork are qualities that make for a successful sports team and also for a successful business like Tom Budner's Heating and Cooling, the area's premier air ease dealer. Wishing Nash and the Homer Center baseball team success from Pap and everyone at Budner's Heating and Cooling.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
RMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Bottom of the third inning. Nash Budner. A 4-pitch walk to the leadoff hitter, Andrew Pedri, as Homer Center leads it 21-0, brings Derek Radzwich to the plate. Nash, through 2 innings, has gotten 6 outs, all by strikeout. He's given up a single, and that was the second walk. So Radzwich, who struck out in the first, bats here in the third. Runner goes. Rado's throw down isn't in time, the stolen base for Pedri. And the pitch was a ball, I believe. 21-0, which means unless they can put up 7 runs here in this inning, the ball game will be over. Squaring around to bunt is Radzwich. Wouldn't think they have outs to give up in that way, but that's okay. They're trying to play their game. A ball and a strike now to the center fielder. Runner goes again. Squaring around, there will be no throw down, uncontested steal. So a runner on third, nobody out, and 1-2. Actually squares around to bunt. The out, the throw home, and he's safe. So the sacrifice bunt will plate the run and make it 21-1. No, you don't.
I'm sorry.
1 out, a run in the inning. Gavin Surrock steps in, struck out in the first. Grounds this one. Shortstop Shimko will knock it down. It won't go through. That'll be a base hit. So one of the auxiliary umps from actually the other softball game that just ended decided to stand A, in front of our camera, and B, in front of me. Runner on first, 1 out. Scuba singled his first time up. I'm sure the Wildcats wouldn't mind all that much playing more baseball, but they would like to shut this down, though. Save some pitches. It is 2-0 now on Scuba. 1 out. And Siroc on first base. Budner's pitch. That's down low for a ball. Three 3-0 on Scuba. And they want to run, so they'll probably send him here. They don't. It's a strike. It's 3-1. Inning started with the 4-pitch walk to Pedri. He stole second, then third, came home on the sacrifice bunt. The single by Siroc has him at first with 1 out. 3-1 pitch. Grounded. Shimko. Step on the bag and get this out. Went for the short out. 2 away, and Homer Center just 1 out away from advancing to the state semifinals. Ben Dobrock steps in. Walked in the first. Bats with 2 outs. A 21-1 deficit for his team here in the third. Runner Scuba goes. Rado's throw down. Not in time, the stolen base. Pitch was a ball to Dobrock. That's a strike. Runner on second base. 1 run in the inning. 21-1 Homer Center here in the third. That's up high for a ball. Well, sat him down there. It is 3-1 now on MMI's Ben Dobrock. The pitch. High fly ball center field. Connor DeArmond is there. Now he has to go back, and he will haul it in. Battled the sun a little bit, used the glove to shade his eyes, and then made the catch that ends this ball game. The Homer Center Wildcats, in a remarkable game, have advanced to the state semifinals with a 21-1 victory over MMI. And you were watching it, of course, here on Renda Digital TV.
Since 1958, the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club has been the heart of youth sports in the Greater Homer Center School District. From spring to summer, the Booster Sports Complex is alive, with kids learning the great games of baseball and softball, building skills, friendships, and future Wildcats pride. We're proud to be the foundation for varsity excellence. Good luck to the Homer Center Wildcats in the playoffs from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
A well-maintained field doesn't happen by accident, and neither does a beautiful backyard. At Burdick Landscaping, they know the details matter, from clean edges and healthy lawns to outdoor spaces that stand out all season long. Whether you need mowing, mulch, landscaping design, or complete property maintenance, Burdick Landscaping brings the same level of precision and care you expect from a championship caliber team. Make your yard the talk of the neighborhood with Burdick Landscaping.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast. And
RMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Since 1958, the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club has been the heart of youth sports in the Greater Homer Center School District. From spring to summer, the Booster Sports Complex is alive, with kids learning the great games of baseball and softball, building skills, friendships, and future Wildcats pride. We're proud to be the foundation for varsity excellence. Good luck to the Homer Center Wildcats in the playoffs from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Our home was next to a creek. I mean, we had all kinds of insects and things like that. We started using Mosquito Joe's services, and lo and behold, the company has just been fantastic. If you want a company that's going to do what they say they're going to do, you want a company that's reliable, the accountability is high, and you're going to be satisfied with what they're giving you. Pick up the phone, do what you got to do in order to get them there, because they're going to do what they say they're going to do, and that's hard to find these days.
At Mosquito Joe, we treat the source of the problem to make outside fun again.
The Homer Center Wildcats have advanced to the state semifinals in the PIAA, where they will be playing on Monday. The Wildcats defeating MMI this afternoon by a final score of 21-1 for Homer Center. 21 runs on 8 hits, no errors. For MMI, 1 run on 2 hits, and they committed 3 errors. Their problem this afternoon, in addition to the number of hits they gave up in that first inning, was that they walked 12 batters. They hit 7 batters. They uncorked 2 wild pitches as well in all of this. And so they fall down in this game. Indiana, of course, with the win. Would you say that was 10-0? Indiana still is not allowed to run in the playoffs. In the postseason, that is now 6 straight games. I believe it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 5 straight games for Indiana. Pretty amazing. We've got 2 teams in the state semifinals. Going to come back, talk more about this game, see if we can track down Scott Bauer, the head coach of the Wildcats, after we take this time out on Renda Digital TV.
Homer City Methodist Church and the Methodist Church of Blacklick are proud to cheer on our young athletes. Our churches are committed to helping everyone find success in life through faith, community, and giving. Sunday services in Homer City start at 9:30 and 11 in Blacklick. Our churches are also involved in outreach ministries by collecting new shoes to help people in developing countries start businesses of their own. Stop by, drop off shoes, and hear the message that changes lives. The Homer City Methodist Church and the Methodist Church of Blacklick, growing together, giving together, and making a difference.
Becoming a champion isn't defined by a single moment. It's a journey shaped by years of dedication on and off the court. Milk stands out as a nutrient-rich powerhouse loaded with protein, calcium, and essential vitamins, making it crucial for muscle recovery and building strength. Fuel your passion with milk, a natural sports drink. Drink milk, stay strong, and play hard. Cheers to the incredible benefits of milk and sports nutrition. A message from the Allied Milk Producers.
RMC's Mountains Behavioral Health offers comprehensive mental health treatment with separate wings for adolescents, adults, and seniors. From anxiety to depression to schizophrenia and many other conditions, including dementia, Mountains Behavioral Health tailors its services to the medical, emotional, and social needs of its patients. Mountains Behavioral Health, exceptional personalized mental health treatment to help you feel better and thrive. Close to home on the IRMC main campus.
Since 1958, the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club has been the heart of youth sports in the Greater Homer Center School District. From spring to summer, the Booster Sports Complex is alive, with kids learning the great games of baseball and softball, building skills, friendships, and future Wildcats pride. We're proud to be the foundation for varsity excellence. Good luck to the Homer Center Wildcats in the playoffs from the Homer City Area Athletic Booster Club. Luther Ford has been on Route 119 in Homer City since 1957. Through every chapter of Indiana County, the coal years, the power plant years, and right now, as Homer City writes its next story. This summer, Ford and Luther Ford is saying thank you to Americans like you with employee pricing on most new Fords. You pay what a Ford worker pays. That's thousands off F-150s, Broncos, Explorers, and more. Luther Ford, Route 119, Homer City, and shop 24/7 at lutherford.com.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Get your instant quote today at wallbackinsurance.com or call us at 724-479-9378. More choices, more savings, more reasons to choose Wallback.
I'm State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all students who participate in extracurricular activities every success in the classroom and on the field. The teamwork and leadership skills you learn today will serve you and our entire community well in the years ahead. We need future leaders prepared to step forward and make our region a better place to live, work, and raise a family. I'm proud of the work and effort you are putting forth. Have fun, be safe, and enjoy the season.
Paid for by Friends of Joe Pittman.
Back at Bald Eagle area, where today the Homer Center Wildcats, and Braden Rado said it as we were walking over here, or Nash Budner said it, strangest playoff game he's ever been in. and in fact, these last two, it's been a strange run, but look at that. You're there in the state playoffs. How about that?
Yeah, it's definitely been weird for us, but we've improvised, faced adversity like we have all season, just trying to continue our season game by game.
Now you get to the state semifinals. This ball game here today, the challenges for you, of course, with the first inning that lasts 45 minutes, almost an hour, 23 guys go to the plate. It's been almost an hour since you've been in the field that you've had a glove on your hand. How many times did you warm up to go back out and actually throw the ball during that first inning while you were at bat?
I had to warm up 3 different times during that first inning just to stay warm and just, go out there and throw strikes for our team.
Yeah, well, you've made it into the state semis, and it's difficult to assess a game like this. Obviously, they had all kinds of pitching difficulties. But at the same time, when the pitch was there, you guys were swinging it, and you were swinging it too.
Yeah, we were told just be patient because we know we'll get walked, but at the same time look for our pitch because we're a team that can hit the ball real good.
Yeah, you absolutely are. And now you find yourself moving on to the next round and just one game away from playing at State College. For you in your senior year, of course, now you're a high school graduate, but you're still playing high school ball, and it probably feels pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does feel pretty good. Not a lot of people have this opportunity, and it's good to play with these group of boys we have.
Yeah, talk about this group. You've been playing ball with them in a variety of sports for your whole life.
Yeah, we definitely find the fun out of everything. Even if it's a bad situation, we usually boost each other up, even if it's in other ways that people usually don't. But definitely a very unique group that we have.
And playing here in this half of the draw, it gets you some long bus rides, and you don't mind those types of things, do you?
No, we definitely have fun on the bus rides there, and definitely on the way back. So
yeah,
want to change it. Yeah,
had some fun on the ball field today too.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Nash Budner is the winning pitcher here today, and what'd you have? 2 hits?
I have no idea.
You had the sacrifice bunt that I think they credited you with a hit for in the first, and you had the solid single there in the game as well. So congratulations.
Thank you.
There's Nash Budner. We're going to get Braden Rado. Dom Shimko's around here somewhere too. Braden, come on over. Braden Rado this afternoon, like a lot of his teammates, found all kinds of ways to get on base. You got hit by one, which everybody anticipates that you're going to get hit by a pitch in the middle of a game because that's part of the mix for you.
Yeah.
You walked. You led off with the solid single. It's good to get a team off on the right foot, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's also feels good knowing that if I don't get a hit, I have guys behind me that's going to hit the ball. So
yeah.
Get on base.
Yeah, you guys play together as a unit so very, very well. And as I said to Nash, you've been playing ball together in all these sports for a lot of years.
Yeah, we got a brotherhood.
Yeah, and it feels good, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This game here, of course, we were talking before about the challenges that it brings with it. A first inning unlike any that you've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
You score 17 runs. You send 23 players to the plate. It takes almost an hour to play the top of the first inning. Concentrating and getting back out into the field, that couldn't have been easy.
No, I mean, Not gonna lie, we're really never really concentrated. If we get 2 10s, we don't play it too good. So we like to keep it loose. We'll play pretty good if we're playing pretty loose.
Yeah, well, this whole playoff run for you, we recall the game at Juniata Valley a couple of weeks ago. You've had a lot of adversity to deal with this season.
Yep. Being down runs, having guys hurt, having the number 1 seed knocked out basically because of the legal play or whatever. I mean, a lot of things changed in the last week.
Yeah, they really did. But you guys kept your heads in it, and you get the win today. Congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
Braden Rado and the Homer Center Wildcats headed off to the semifinals. You want to hand that to Dom there, and we'll get him in here. Dom has been swinging a really good bat here in this season. I want to talk about one play in this game. In the last inning, the ground ball could have been a double play grounder, but you did the smart thing.
Yeah.
You took the out that was there. That's what you got to do there, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I don't really know how I made that error. It wasn't an error, but it was just an easy ground ball. It just came up on me. Didn't see it enough. Didn't see it well.
Well, one of those is, it's a new field. It's a dirt field for you. It's a well-maintained field, but you don't know what kind of a hop you're going to get.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was an easy hop, but still got the out, so that's all that matters.
Talk about the approach at the plate. Able to hit the ball very well, but being patient when the pitches aren't crossing the plate. You have to take your cuts wisely.
Yeah, I always take first strike, or at least the first pitch. I like to see the ball first and know what my approach is going to be later at the at bat. And I told myself on the way here, I was like, I have to hit the ball, put the ball in play, because we knew we were facing left-handed pitchers, and I know I'm not the greatest hitter against left-handed pitchers, so I just told myself I have to wait on the ball and just put bat on ball, and that's what I did.
Games against unfamiliar teams too.
Yeah.
It's really hard when you've never seen these guys.
Yeah,
before.
you don't know what's coming. You just got to prepare as good as possible.
Now, their third pitcher in the game, the one that threw the most for them, he seemed to throw the ball harder than the other two. From here, it looked that way.
Oh yeah, he did, and he had a really nice off-speed pitch. He threw me one. It was in the dirt, but I pretty much tipped my cap to him. I gave him a nod. I smiled at him. I said good pitch when I got on second base. I was like, that was gross.
Yeah, well, it has to feel really, really good for you and for your teammates to be able to get to this point. Just terrific stuff. And I know that to make it into the state semifinals is quite the accomplishment, but you'd like to do more.
Oh, yeah, it's great. We want to play for the seniors because it's their last year. I mean, that's what you got to do every year, but especially this year.
It's got to end sometime, and you just as soon it be 2 games from now rather than 1.
Yeah.
Dom, congratulations.
Thank you.
Dom Shimko and the Homer Center Wildcats, they win this one 21-1, and the coach Scott Bauer he's getting set to join us as well. He's on his way over at the moment. And we'll talk about the challenges of a game like this. Sometimes you're on the end of a game like this, maybe not as wild as this one was, but there are some times when you're on the other end of a game where you're out of it early. Today, this is a team that couldn't throw strikes. They hit a bunch of guys. They walked a bunch of guys. Your guys had to be patient at the plate and take what they were given, and they did that.
Yeah, we, first off, congratulations to MMI on a great season to make it this far. But, doing our scouting report, you could see they had a lot of walks. So we wanted to kind of have a patient approach, kind of like we did against Northern Bedford, just kind of wait and get your pitch. And we were able to do that. They got a little bit wild there, walked some guys, hit some guys, and our guys were just patient. They're eager to hit, and I get that, and I understand it, and I appreciate their patience. But when they got their pitch, they didn't miss.
No, they were absolutely great plate discipline for your ball team, and great discipline on the base paths as well. Of course, they've got a coach at first base and Jimmy, and you're over there at third, but they have to make smart decisions on the base paths. They do that too.
Yeah, we coach them up in practice, and then we give them the freedom to execute what we teach and what we coach. By the time we tell them something, it's going to be too late, So we trust them. They trust us that we're going to give them the knowledge to make the right decisions. But there were some balls that definitely got behind the catcher, but with that short backstop, we just, especially in that first inning, we didn't want to run into an out at home. So, yeah, the boys are very patient, and just kind of took and let the game come to them.
Limited opportunities in the field today, but I thought there were two great standout plays. One, the play by Dom on that grounder at second base could have been turned into a double play, but took the hop and made the smart play, just took the runner at second base, played for the next batter. And I thought Connor on the last play used his glove to shield the sun away, and doing that, he made the adjustment on the ball in the air, made the catch, and he looked comfortable doing it.
Yeah, it was a tough sky. If you look behind home, it's, the sun's there and then the white clouds. He said he kind of lost it right off the bat. But he gets a great jump. He gets a great read on the ball. Yeah, like you said, he just did things the coach to do, shield the ball or shield the sun with your glove. He got deep, and then he was able to relocate it and track it down.
All right, so the opportunities in the field, of course, come as a result of a really long first inning. When a team like yours has gone through an inning like that and you're sending them out in the field and they haven't been there for over an hour, it has to be tough on them, not just to keep their heads in the game. They're going to do that, but just to, the habitual things that you do that just because you do them all the time, you sort of lose a little bit of that when you're sitting in the dugout so long.
Yeah, that's I know Nash doesn't like when I run for him, but he got on I think 2-3 times maybe, and I put a runner in for him, a courtesy runner, and I just want to get him out of the sun and just get him, refocus, or just get him to, focus. But, I told the boys, I said, when this inning's over, I need everybody out in the dugout. They're like, we in trouble. I'm like, no, just trust me. So they came out, and I'm like, look, it's 0-0. You play the baseball. You play the game. Like, we can't get caught up. We can't lose focus, because when you lose focus, that's when bad things happen. So I think they did a good job of just kind of, and I could hear them in there, guys, it's 0-0, it's 0-0. And it does get, it may be tough for both teams, when it gets lopsided like that. So I applaud that effort from our guys.
So the challenge now, of course, you're playing in the eastern half bracket, and that means you're playing a bunch of unfamiliar teams, don't have common opponents. We do know that this Doc Mennonite team, they're very good.
Yeah, on the bracket they're listed as like 8-13, but when you pull up Max Preps and Game Changer, they're I think 18-5. So we'll see. We'll see how them and Nativity, Blessed Virgin Mary do today, and then we'll go to homework, do our homework, and then we'll get to work.
Yeah, all right. So we'll be, of course, there for radio or Renda Digital TV, which is what we hope for. But
that'd be awesome.
It's been a great ride for you so far. You got a long ride on the way back home tonight.
Yeah, but these long rides after winter, they're a lot of fun.
Scott Bauer, the Homer Center Wildcats, 21-1 the victory today over MMI. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We are back in just a moment. You're watching Renda Digital TV.
Homer City American Legion Post 493, a longtime backer of Homer Center Athletics, is pleased to be a part of today's broadcast and wishes the best of luck to the Homer Center Wildcats this season. Homer City American Legion Post 493 has served Homer City and our veterans for more than half a century. They are a staple of the community and believe in giving back. So have fun today, teams. Represent your communities well. From your friends at the Homer City American Legion Post 493.
Robindale and its affiliated companies are proud to be a sponsor of all student athletes in the area. For nearly 2 decades, Robindale has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot and scar the western Pennsylvania landscape. To reclimate and beautify these areas, Robindale believes deeply in safety, compliance, and community responsibility. If you would like to become a part of the Robindale team, you can contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com.
Are you ready for your tick collar?
Dreaming of a way to get your family back outside this tick season? Stop dreaming and call Mosquito Joe. Mosquito Joe, outside is fun again.
Looking for the perfect paint to bring your space to life? Come on down to Tiger Paint and Wall Covering in Indiana. With expert advice and top quality Benjamin Moore paints and finishes, Tiger Paint and Wall Covering has the colors and supplies you need for every room inside or out. Tackling a DIY project or a full makeover, the Tiger Paint and Wall Covering has the right hues and tools you need. 724-349-0944. Get to Tiger Paint and Wall Covering, 1275 Gompers, Indiana. Start your project with the best.
We are back at Bald Eagle Area High School, where this afternoon the Homer Center Wildcats have defeated MMI by a final score of 21-1. Homer Center with 17 runs on 6 hits in the first inning, added 4 more runs in the second on 2 more hits. The pitchers for MMI today struggled mightily. 12 walks, 7 hit by pitch, 2 wild pitches in the game. And in the field, they didn't get any help from their teammates either. 3 errors in that 17-run first inning. Homer Center sent 23 batters to the plate in the first. And I'm not going to go over all of that scoring for you because we'd be here longer than the game actually was played. Let's just tell you what the fellas did in the game. Braden Rado on base 4 times, scored 4 runs. He had a couple of singles. He was hit by a pitch, and he had a walk. He drove in 2. Nash Budner in the game was 2 for 3, a hard line drive out that third at bat. He also walked. He scored twice. He drove in 2. Dom Shimko was 3 for 3 with a walk. He scored twice. He drove in 6 runs in this game for the Wildcats. Shimko had a big day. Eli Turk on the afternoon. He officially will be 0 for 0. 4 plate appearances, 3 walks, and a hit by a pitch. Drove in a run with one of those walks, and he also scored twice. Drew Fisher, he was 0 for 3. A couple of pop-ups and a ground out. He walked and scored a run and drove in a run with that walk in the first inning. Colin Dunn this afternoon, he was 1 for 1 with a hit by a pitch and a walk. He drove in a run with his first inning single. He also, in the game, scored 3 runs. Jaden Scherer got an at-bat in that 6-hole, and Jaden was 0 for 1, a fly out to right field for him. Connor DeArmond this afternoon, 0 for 1, hit by a pitch twice, scored 2 runs. And then Jackson Taylor hit for Connor in one of those at-bats, and he popped up to the shortstop. Matt Zerfoss this afternoon, he was 1 for 1 with a couple of walks. He scored 3 runs in the game. Jackson Taylor was a pinch hitter who was hit by a pitch. Chase Schaup this afternoon was 0 for 1, a fly out to center. He walked a couple of times. He scored a couple of times. He drove in a run. Cam Ringler was 0 for 1 on the afternoon for Homer Center. A 3-inning victory, 21-1. It's an amazing game. It's something that you're not going to see very often when you're at the high school level, but we got to see it here this afternoon. So the Homer Center Wildcats, they will move on in this PIAA baseball playoff. They'll be going on to the semifinals, where this afternoon, the last we heard, it was Doc Mennonite. I believe it's Doc Mennonite. Let me check it here to be sure. Doc Mennonite. They were leading Nativity BVM by a score of 6-0 when last we heard. So if we assume it'll be Doc Mennonite, it'll be Homer Center and them, unless Nativity comes back and makes a game of it. And that game will be played this coming Monday for Homer Center in the state semifinals. They are in the Final Four in the state of Pennsylvania. Remarkable baseball season for the Wildcats. We have some thank yous to pass out today. All of our sponsors, of course, we thank them all for coming on board. They are the reason that you're able to watch this game here on Renda Digital TV. Our co-presenting sponsors today, Robindale and the Homer City Area Athletic Boosters. The Boosters have been founded in 1958, 68 years later. Still the primary recreational arm of the Homer Center School District. And Robindale, proud to help present today's game. Robindale is hiring. If you'd like to become a part of their team, contact them at 814-446-6700, extension 122, or see how Robindale can assist your business at robindale.com. Like to thank IRMC as well. Better Health, Better Life. Learn more at irmc.org. Our other sponsors this afternoon as well. Thanks so much to Homer City Methodist Church, to Joyce Plumbing and Heating, to American Legion Post 493, to Burdick Landscaping, and